I refuse to be pessimistic when it comes to the issues of Galamsey. I am really rooting for the government to take decisive actions in dealing with the menace. I say so because in the past 3 weeks, for me, 7 major things have transpired.
Okay.
One, it has been established that, and finally the NDC government and its functionaries have started confessing to the fact that indeed the Galamsey situation we've been grappling with is not an Akufo-Addo and an MPP creation. That is something that they peddled around for 8 years, which at some point dovetailed into they telling the Ghanaian people that once Akufo-Addo and the MPP are voted out, Galamsey will end. And these are government officials now who put it out. The third thing is that it has been established that indeed there are high-ranking NDC government officials and party functionaries involved in Galamsey.
Established by who?
The Attorney General has had a cause to refer 2 senior party officials to be investigated. The Awin traditional council. It has always been on allegation, isn't it? The Awin Traditional Council had a cause to petition the president about the MP for the area's involvement in Galamsey. Upper Dentra East constituency chairman has been caught by media men, camera on video, fighting military people and asking them to leave the area. A Kroof Room chairman, it's all over the place. It has also been established that the government is likely buying 2/3 of the gold from Galamseyers. The president himself admitted this and said that it doesn't matter whether it is legal or illegal. He believes that it's our environment they are destroying. And so instead of the money going into private pockets, if it's coming to government, that's the first, strategy. For me, it's clear that this NDC government came into office without a plan on dealing with Galamsey. And that, for me, is a disappointing aspect. Because Galamsey remains one of the top 3 reasons why the NDC came to power, without doubt. They peddled across this country the fact that they had a solution to Galamsey and actually managed to turn the entire country against the government, MPP government, and created an impression as if they had a magic wand. 2 weeks to elections, NDC and its surrogates were on the streets demonstrating for 1 week non-stop. At some point, the lands minister now, the man in charge of dealing with this, actually advocated on TV and said that we should declare a state of emergency now. 4 cabinet ministers today actually spoke live on air, insisting that what the country needs was a state of emergency, and that would solve the problem. The president made about 6 specific promises in dealing with Galamsey. He says that he will use artificial intelligence to fight Galamsey. He says that he was going to stop arresting the small boys in the Galamsey pit and go after kingpins. He was going to, in the first 120 days, ban all form of illegal mining and forest reserve mining. He also said that he was going to ensure that the LI that allows mining in forest reserves are repealed. These are specific things that he made. You see, Nana, I have said always that I'm not expecting our water bodies to clean up in 9 months. But the reason why every Ghanaian is jittery is because we don't see any blueprint, any way forward by the government. Even more scarier is the part where the government is refusing to admit the worsened situation in the Galamsey menace. You heard Madilo, he's trying to say some people who are even showing bottles may be lying. It is one of the reasons why I had a cause to move around with media people to just present that evidence the government asked for, to prove to them that indeed Galamsey is escalated. That is why when we did our rounds, we didn't even go to the Galamsey areas. We went to places where this impact had never been felt before. The Ayesu River in Kwenyako, Mankron, Oketeo, Ochekon, all those places, they have never, first of all, these are not mining areas.
Exactly.
They know nothing about mining. And the impact now is so devastating that it points to the escalated nature of the situation. As we speak, more than half of Central Region do not have potable water. And it's been like that for over 2 months. The turbidity levels of our water bodies are skyrocketing. The Kwenyako area is moved from 14,000 to about 94,000 NTUs. we're in trouble. Big trouble. And the challenge is that the government is even refusing to admit the urgency in the situation. And that for me is heartbreaking, considering that the country basically entrusted the running of this country in the hands of this government, largely because of Galamsey. Largely because of Galamsey. Today, when you ask them what they have done, they point to the things they say they won't do. For example,
like what?
They say they will not arrest the small boys. They will go after a campaign. Mention one campaign this government has prosecuted. One. They are still arresting these boys, burning excavators, burning champagnes, and they will come and show us videos and say we are taking action.
The Blue Guards initiative.
Blue Guards has been there. They used to wear yellow. Declaration
of water bodies and forest reserves.
Are you aware that another than Kwekufado at some point actually declared these water areas red zones?
When?
Oh, it's there. It's on your portal. I'll show you. It's been done before. So there is nothing that hasn't been done. But you see, I laugh when I see the posture of the NDC in the fight against the girls. If they continue this posture, we are in trouble. And that is why sometimes when they do that, I refuse to confront them, because I really want them to succeed. There are so many things they will fail at. And so we don't need them to fail at Galamsey to get them out.
They shouldn't fail at Galamsey.
They shouldn't.
Our lives depend on it.
There are so many things. They are completely ignorant and incompetent at so many things. And so they will fail anyway. But Galamsey, they need to win. And that is why I refuse to be drawn into that confrontations with them. And I'm committed to supporting them to get solutions. But they need to change their posture. If they continue to gaslight us, if they continue to make excuses, they will fail at this fight. The president has called CSOs into a meeting. Fair enough. For me, like engineer said, I think that everybody was expecting them to come into office with a plan. The president said it publicly, that he doesn't think it's wise to be burning excavators and going after Galamsey's with soldiers. But so far, that's the only thing he has done since he came to office. Very contradictory, very sad, a betrayal of trust, but that's what he's done. The CSOs, I hope, are not going into that room and coming out quiet. I am hoping. Remember, this is not the first time government has sat down with the CSOs. Even this same president, in his first term in 2015, he sat down with CSOs in dealing with Galamsey. Ultimately, by September 2016, he had given up, and the committee had thrown, their caps into the ring and said they cannot win this fight. They need to admit the realities of the situation. They need to admit the dangers. They need to be a bit more embracing. They need to be a bit more open to the conversation. At the moment, that's not what they are doing. At the moment, they are fighting everybody, raising concerns about their difficulties in fighting Galamsey. That's what they are doing. And they are challenging everybody. In fact, the communications minister, government communications minister, actually said that we should provide evidence if we think that it's gotten worse. There are things the president has to do without even meeting the CSOs. One, he should stop buying the gold from the Galamseyers. That's the first thing. If you are buying the gold from the Galamseyers, you are enabling them. You are basically giving them the market.
Is he buying from small-scale miners or illegal miners?
See, let me tell you something. And that's why I said likely buying. That's the earlier point I made.
Yeah.
You see, the president of Small Scale Miners Association, he is in the pit. The video that I keep playing with Kweku Boy, he was the one who was standing in front of Kweku Boy, Michael Pepra, telling the Galamseyers that, wouldn't say Galamsey.
Michael Pepra is with the concerned small-scale miners.
Yes, he's the one. He's the president.
The Ghana National Small-Scale Miners
President of the concerned small-scale miner, Michael Pepra, he was in the pit with Kweku Boy, telling the Galamseyers, the guy who is supposed to be a concerned small-scale miner, telling Galamseyers that wouldn't say Galamsey. Now, politics beto Galamsey. Montu Abama and NDC and Mahama. Ye winipe Mombrana Mumbai Mojuma. Listen, the Galamseyers are on TikTok using their phones protesting against Gold Board for buying their gold at 8,000 cedis instead of 12,000. For 2 months, they decided to not sell their gold. And you know what Gold Board did? Gold Board came back and said, we are giving you a bonus of 890 something cedis in addition to the 8,000. We should not gaslight anybody. And we should stop double guessing people. The gold we are exporting from this country is 60% from Galamseyers. It is. It is from Galamseyers. 2/3 of the gold is from Galamseyers. That is the fact.
You have evidence to this?
Do you have contrary evidence that you are not buying from Galamseyers? Do you have contrary evidence that you are not buying from Galamseyers? Do you? Who are the small scale miners? Where are their sites? The gold that Gold bought, How do they prove? How do they see that this is from Galamsey or this is from small scale miners? Do you know how the aggregators buying from Gold Board are buying it? I have the videos here. Let me tell you. In the Galamsey area, they call it blade, like it's small quantities. So they put it together in the villages. Then they will come and sell it in pounds to the aggregators. Which small scale miner? Which small scale miner are you talking about? We are exporting process of crime. We are exporting blood money. That's what we are doing. My thinking was that Gold Board was rather going to make it difficult for you to sell illegal gold because now they have the monopoly to buy the gold.
Yes.
For which reason, if you didn't get your gold in the right way, it should get stuck with you. But today, you have Gold Board actually chasing them and giving them receipts to use to buy these things. And we call them small scale miners. And these small scale miners, some of them haven't even used a single machine to dig the ground. All they do is that they also move around the villages and buy it from these Galamseyers and come and hand over to the aggregator. Listen, we need to speak truth to ourselves first. We are not all silly. Not the entire country. We are all not silly. And I wonder, and the NDC government should understand that, let's be fair, it is not your problem. You used to lie to the country that it was an Akufo-Addo problem. Now you have come. Now you don't moderate the program. I started and listened to you. Now you have come to admit and accept that the situation was bigger than you thought. Kudos. Everybody now understands. There's nobody in this country that hasn't seen the betrayal and the shame all of you have brought upon yourself with all the blabbing and flapping you did in opposition. Everybody knows it. Okay, some of us said it, that when these guys were in government between 2010 and 2016, they couldn't fix Galamsey. And so if they come and tell you that they will fix it, they cannot, because their record is there. It was obvious, but I mean, human beings as we are. So they should just calm down, stop gaslighting everybody, sit down with the CSOs as they go into conclave. I am hoping that once they enter conclave, we see the white smoke come out and not a black one.
Are they going to elect the Pope?
Well, they are going to find a solution to Galamsey finally. But eventually, we want a government posture where they are saying, we admit, maybe we underestimated the situation.
But you know that won't happen.
Well, then we are in trouble. Thank you.
Very well.